Okay, this is part 2 of finding missing sides in triangles using trigonometry. Okay, so with this one, let's have a look at the information we've got. We've got an angle of 30 degrees, so that'll be theta. So I'll label a few things here. That'll be theta. So the 47.2, well, that's the adjacent side. And this side, L, which is the side we're after, that's the hypotenuse. Okay, so I've labelled the info I've got. I'll now have a think. Well, okay, what are we dealing with? Adjacent and hypotenuse. So in SOHCAHTOA, that would be C. I'll write it out. So yeah, the information we've got there is the adjacent and the hypotenuse. So that's going to involve this part of that little mnemonic, C, which stands for cosine, cos. All right, so let me write out the rule for cos theta. Cos theta equals adjacent on hypotenuse. So that's my first step. Second step is to put in all the data that I've got. So I know that theta is 30 degrees, so cos 30 degrees equals adjacent, and the adjacent is 47.2, and the hypotenuse, the thing that we're actually after, is L. Alright, now this is the second type of algebraic equation that we looked at when we revised those we did a little bit of algebra revision, where the unknown is on the denominator. And remember, the technique I used to solve this was to write both things as fractions. So that's what I'm going to do here. I might just use a different colour. Okay, 47.2 on L, that's written as a fraction. Cos 30, I'm going to put that over 1. And then remember, when we've got these are now equivalent fractions. There's a fraction here. We're told that it's equal to 47.2 on L. And remember, with equivalent fractions, we can cross multiply. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to multiply that, the 1 and the 47.2, and I'm going to multiply the cos 30 and L. And so I'm going to get, change back to blue, L cos 30 equals 1 times 47.2, so that's just 47.2. Okay, now one more step to go. We're after L. What we've got is L times cos 30. So in order to undo that and get rid of that cos 30, I need to divide by cos 30. So I'm going to do that on both sides. Divide by cos 30, divide by cos 30. And so what that'll do on the left-hand side is just take me back to L. On the right-hand side, I've got 47.2 over cos 30. And now, I'm pretty much done. All I have to do is go to my calculator and do that. And I do this, and I always do the calculator. I always do this, and I never have a calculator handy. Alright, so let's do it. 47.2 divided by cos 30 equals 54.5. And whatever the units are, in this case there weren't any, so I'll just leave it as 54.5. And that's correct, 1 decimal place. And that's how we do it. So there's two different trig problems that involve finding sides. One's a little bit easier than the other. This is part 2, and it's a little bit harder because there's that extra step involved, the bit that I've done in red there. Okay, But really, they're the only two situations that you'll come across when you're finding missing sides in triangles. And that's the end. Why is that not recording?